Welcome devs to my channel. So today this is the part 3 video which I'll be doing, which will be the last video for the challenge. So please devs, make sure that you have watched the previous videos, part 1 and part 2, as I'll be completing this challenge in this part 3 video. So without wasting your time, let me show you what I have. I've got already created an index file which has got some links to some CSS files on line 30, 28 and 29, but the CSS on line 28 is for the main desktop view. Now we're going to do the mobile view, which is the very important one. So without wasting time, let's get on to our mobile view. So I'll start off by styling the container. We'll say display to flex, then flex the direction, column, background color, HSL 227 36 90, margin top 3%, margin left, margin right, box shadow 20 pixel, 20 pixel, 20 pixel. Then we've got the RGBA. This is the color code for the container. Let me set it to 18 there, 18. Then let's reduce the opacity to 0,101. Then width, I need to give it 375 pixels. Then height, let me set it to 680 pixels. So since this is for the mobile view, the mobile view can only be viewed if you do it this way. Yeah, there you can see this is the mobile view. We're already done. You can see how it's looking like from mobile view from the changes that we have implemented. So let me start the display step. Display, display flex, justify content to the center, width, let me give it 100%, then height 172 pixels, then background color, let's give it RGBA 30, 16, 186 and 0. Then let's have a background image of URL. Since we are going backwards, we need to open inside. Then we have got the background image. This is the one that we want, so let me collect the name. Just copy the name. Yeah, this is the background image. Then let's have a border radius of 10 pixels. After done that one, I'm going for the step container. background color RGB 255 255 255. Yeah, this is the background color. Then let's have a width of 250 pixels. Then let's have a height of 500 pixels. Then let's save position to absolute. Then let's have margin top of 90 pixels, margin left of 45 pixels, then margin auto, margin right, margin to the right. Let's set it to auto. Then also I'm going to set the margin from the bottom to auto. Also border radius is very important to me. Let me set it to 10 pixels. Then padding 20 pixels. So we're done with that one. Now I'm going to style the button. I'm going to style the button container step 1. Okay, let me start off by styling the position. I want to set it to absolute. Then after position, okay, no, let's push the position to relative. Background color RGB and 255 51 0. Then padding to the left 130 pixels, padding to the top of 39 pixels. Now let's style the button step 2 dot button step 2. Okay, so I'll set it to display, flex display, then space, justify the content to space between. Then also I want a background color that is similar to this one. Then also I'm going to set the padding to the top by 25 pixels, 25 pixels. So if I want to, for the rest of the button on step 3 and 4, I'm just going to copy these ones. And let's just change this one to button step 3. Okay, on button step 3, I've got display flexi, just where content space between. Background color is the same. Then I might need to set the padding to the top from 25. I'll increase it to 58. Then after this one, we are going to button step 4. Now I'm going to set display to flexi, just like content space between background color is the same, no changes. Then padding to bottom, I'm going to set it to 39 pixels. Now we are done with this one. Okay, there we are. But you can see from the desktop design, if you look at it, the steps there are some steps there, but if you go to mobile view, there are no steps. So I need to set dot steps. We are going to set them to display none. Dot circle. We're now starting the circles. Let's set the position to relative. After setting the position to relative, we give the width of 50%. Then the color of the text will be white. Then the font weight will be 500. Height will be 2%. Then display flexi direction. Column. Okay, I want it to be column. I want it to be row along the x-axis. Now let me style the paragraph text inside the circle class. Inside the circle div, I'll set the margin to the top by 5 pixels. 5 pixels. Then let's style the first circle. Circle 1. Width, let me give it 30 pixels. Then height, let me give it 30 pixels again. Then border radius, let me give it 20 pixels to make it circular like. Then background color, I want the background color to be similar to that one of step container, this one. Then border solid, border, I want it to be 1 pixel. Solid 1 pixel. White. Display flex, justify content to center. Then the color, we want it to be black. When we are done with that one, I'm going to style the circle 2. So let me just copy this one, and we will need to change this one to circle 2. One thing for circle 2, I'm going to leave the bow with 30 pixels, height 30 pixels, border radius 20 pixels, background color. Okay, I'm going to change these ones to white, to colorless. I want to make this color as good as colorless as possible. So this will be RGBA. Then border 1 pixel solid white. Then display flexi, justify content center. Then the color of the text, I'll leave it. Then also let's style this circle 3. I'm now styling this circle 3. So let's write circle 3. Okay, on cycle 3, we leave the width at pixel 30 pixels, height 30 pixels, border radius 20 pixels, background color. Okay, let's change this, copy this one and replace it there. Then also on border, I want solid 1 pixel, white, display flex, justify content to space between. Then let's leave out the color change. Okay, the next thing we're going to style is the circle 4. Okay, this fourth circle. So for the fourth circle, I'll need to change this, the name of the class to fourth circle. Then width 30 pixels, height 30 pixels, 30 pixels, border radius 20 pixels, background color, I'm going to set it to white. Then border solid pixel 1 pixel white, then display flex, then just try content to center. That's it. So after I start in that one, we're going to start the step info. We shall set display to flex, then let's say flexi direction to column, dot step info h1 text margin to the top. We are going to set it to 0. We are done with that one. Then let's type, let's step info input width 100%. Then let's set the height to 40 pixels. Then let's have a border radius of 5 pixels. Then let's have a border solid 1 pixel. Let's have a color code RGBA 103 92 92. Then let's push to 0,628. This is the transparent opacity. Then let's style the step plan. Display none. Flexi direction column. Once we are done with this one, I might want to start the plan month. Let's set display to flexi. Then we put justify the content to space between. Then we also want to style the flexi direction. I'll set it to column. Once I'm done with the plan month, let's style the step plan. I'm targeting the H1 tags, margin top 0. Okay, let me Then let's start the step add-on. We are targeting the h1 text, margin top 0, step add-on. Then let's move the margin left 30 pixels. We are done with that one. We're done. Once we're done with this one, we go on to step summary. This is probably the last screen. Summary h1 text. Then let's, okay, I want to beautify my code so that it looks smart. Yeah, then let's say margin top, margin to the top 0 pixel 0. Then let's say margin to the left. Okay, I'm going to have it 37 pixels. Okay, let's left a semicolon there. Make sure that you don't leave the semicolons. Once I'm done with that one, let's style the description. Description class name, margin to the top 0. Dot plan button, display flex, flexi direction row, then border radius 10 pixels, width 100%, height 66 pixels, border I want to push it solid 1 pixel, HSL 229 24, background color white, then margin top 10 pixels, cursor pointer, then margin top 4 pixels, margin left 8 pixels, margin bottom 0 pixels, span okay, I did the replication. This is for the paragraph text, then this one is for the span. So for the span, I'm going to, first of all, I need a cursor. So I'm just going to say cursor pointer. Then Okay, let's style it. Then we are going to set the margin to the left. I'm going to push it by 57 pixels. Font size 12 pixels. Margin top 23 pixels. Position absolute. Then let's add another new class name under media. I'm just going to put the on mobile view. I'm just going to say flexi direction column. Then let's start the class free. Cursor, pointer, margin to the left. Let's set it to 57 pixels. Then font size, let's set it to 12 pixels. Margin top, then let's say 41 pixels. Then let's save a position of absolute. Once we're done with the free class, I can now style the add-on button. Okay, let's start by styling. Let's set the display flexi. Justify the content to space between. Then align the items to the center. Then margin top, let's set it to 10 pixels. Then border, I'm going to set it to solid 1 pixel. Color code being the color code is 229, then 24%, then 87%. Border radius 10 pixels. Height 73 pixels. Padding, let's have it at 0 pixels. 7 pixel, 0 pixel, and 2 pixels. Yeah, this one. This is the padding to the top 0, left 7, bottom 0, then right 2 pixels. Then after that one, I'm going to style the pattern text inside the same class name. You're just going to set the margin to the left. I will give it 11 pixels. Add on btn, I need the span. Margin to the left, I'm going to set it to 12 pixels. Then font size, let's have a font size of 11 pixels. Then let's start next to the bricks, the price color. Let's have padding to the right of 0 pixels. Then let's say font size of 12 pixels, font weight of normal, then after that one we can start the edge size color, padding to the top 0 pixels, font weight bold, font size I want to set it to 13 pixels. Then we can start the container resume. Let's set the width to 80%. Then let's have height of 150 pixels. Then let's have a background color of HSL 229 degrees, 28% and 96%. Let's have a padding of 1 pixel, 20 pixels, 10 pixels again, and lastly 20 pixels. Border radius, I'm going to give it 10 pixels. Once I'm done with that one, then we can start the container resume. I'm now going to start the button. Let's set it the border to none by default. Then let's have a background color. Okay, I'm going to have a background color of RGBA. Okay, I need the color code, so this is the color code that I'm going to use: 250, 235, 215, 0. Then let's have a text decoration of none. Okay, let me put an underline below. Underline, yeah, that should be the text decoration that I wanted. Let's have a cursor of pointer. Then padding to the left, I'm going to put it 0 pixels. Once you're done with that one, now I want to start the container resume on hover. Just copy this. On hover, I want the color HSL 243. Margin bottom, pixels, then container resume span, block, then margin to the top minus 7 pixels, height 1 pixel. Then let's have a background color of HSL 231 degrees. %, and 88%. Okay, after I've done that one, let me style the container resume on its own. Container resume on its own. I need the width to be 80%, height 150 pixels, then let's set a background color. Okay, let's have a background color similar to that one. Okay, what am I doing? We've already styled the container resume there, so we can just remove this and place it there. Okay, the width is already 150, background color is the same. Then the padding, that's one I want to edit. Let me edit the padding to 30 pixels from the right side, then the rest we leave. Then okay, so I can safely delete this, and let's come and remove this one. Okay, now let's start the flexi total. Display flexi, justify content to space between, align items to the center. Then we are done with that one. Then once we are let's also add the padding to the top, minus 31 pixels, padding to the top, then padding to the right side, minus 1 pixel, then padding from the bottom, 21 pixels, then padding from the left side, 17 pixels. Then before we close our styling, let's style the flexi total span. Font size, let's give it 20 pixels. Color, let's have HSL 243 and 100% and 62%. Then margin to the right, minus 4 pixels. Then let's style the flexi resume paragraph text. Okay, let's set the font size to 12 pixels. Then dot flexi resume the label. Let's start the label. Font size 14 pixels. Hash total price. Let's put the margin to the left minus 210 pixels. So this is it. So now we have done the styling for the mobile view. Unfortunately, because I don't have the JavaScript yet, the changes might be difficult to notice, because I cannot maneuver to the second page. I cannot maneuver to the second page. But what I can do temporarily is that I can inspect to see the current page in mobile view. There you can see the current page in mobile view. There you can see the current page in mobile view. So immediately, if you start this one, it cannot be confirmed by JavaScript. So I now need to do the JavaScript coding. We now need to do the JavaScript coding. So for us to start the JavaScript coding, um if you look down into my script.js, I've got this JavaScript coding. This JavaScript coding is quite a long, because we are talking about 463 lines of coding. So I just decided to paste the code, but I'll explain a little bit what what will happen. In you can see that we start with the function step 2, which checks all the validity of our inputs. We have got the function back step 1, we have the function to go to step 3, we've got the function to go to step 2, step 4. All these are the functions mainly to then on line 76, we've got function to display the information. Then on line 95, we get a function to go to step thank you. So I'll leave the link for the code inside my JavaScript, inside my coding. I'll leave the link to the code. Then nextly, what is very important now is that I link up my JavaScript to the styling, which will happen right just before the closing check of the button. So let's link up to our JavaScript. Okay, let's give this the source. The source of this will be coming from, we go backwards and then we type script.js. Then now we have linked everything. Let's have a look at the current performance of our coding. If I inspect, okay, so now I'll be inputting, for example, let's say if I say, so now I'll be checking my coding just in case, because as you can see, to go to the next step, the button is here. So let's say we enter everything incorrectly. There you can see the button is saying that your inputs have got, please enter a number, enter a name. So I just say hyphen map. Then let's have a dummy email at yahoo.com. Then let's enter some dummy 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Then you can see you can advance.